Okay, so what we see here is my component library. Remember, for you to open that, you need to open up Mastercam, select your mill turn machine, and in Code Expert, you're going to go over to the Machine Explorer and double click on your GMD file. We're working an inch, so I've selected inch here. So you can right click and open or double click. I've already done that, so this is what we see. Here's my mill turn component library. Okay, and what we're doing here is we're going to add a, let me check that on, we're going to add a tool locator. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll cancel here. I'm going to create a level, call it level 701, and go ahead and name it. And again, this is a half indexing tool locator. Okay, so in one locator I'll have two stations. There's a name. Now I'm going to go ahead and merge my model in. So I'll go to File, Merge, Sandbit Tools, and I'm using a step file. Okay, so that's my model there. Say open. And again, as I mentioned before, for the most part, the position is correct, so the origin is correct. The only thing that we need to do is change the orientation. So I'll go with dynamic, select my model, right? So I'm doing a dynamic transform. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn on a level, say level 700, and this is an existing locator. I'm only doing this for reference. Okay, so I just want to make sure that when I rotate this, I'm going the correct direction. Looks good. Okay, selection. So merge pattern is done. However, I may have not put it in the correct level. Yeah, so it's in, no, it's correct. No, it's in level 2. So let's move this. So just a little mistake here from my part. So I'm just going to move it to level 701. Turn that level off. Okay, so that is correct. So analyze properties. That's the correct level. Okay, so now I've imported my model in. I've changed the orientation. Now I'm going to go back to the Machine tab, Machine Definition. Okay. Going to expand the Upper Tools group, Upper Turret. Now I'll right click on Upper Turret here, and I'll say Add Tool Locator. Okay. Now I'll give this a name. And then I'll do this, copy a portion of the name over to the comment. So whatever you decide to put for name and comment, that's completely up to you. This is what I'm doing here, but I do advise, be very detailed here. Okay. All right. So before I even do anything in this tab or in this page, I'm going to go over to Geometry, and I'm going to select the solid model. So for the drop down here, click on it and select solid entity. Okay, down here we're going to select an entity, and we're selecting our new model that we merged in. Okay, now we can go over to parameters, and so turret index stations, leave it at 0. For stations, remember this is 2 stations, so station 1, we're actually going to need another station. Okay, so 2 stations. Okay, now for station 1, this is going to be the primary station. Okay, so the use index, so if we decide to load this locator into index 1, this station 1 will hold the primary tool, right? So it'll be in line with that index. It's not going to have that 15-degree offset. Okay, so station 1, that looks good. And allowable tool types, well, we can have tools with insert up and tools with insert down. Okay, tool holder position to match. So the tool holder or the insert holder, this is the position, this is the origin position on that 3D tool, not the one that I'm creating now, but the 3D cutting tool or the insert holder. That is the origin position. Okay, let me bring up a video, or let me bring up the image so I can really drive this home. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to drive home. So this is the position. Let me go back to my other Mastercam screen. Okay, so that position number 5 should be here on this lower face. So if I go to my 3D tool, okay, notice the machine connection. Okay, so the machine connection, or the connection to the locator, is going to be on this face and on center of that diameter. Okay, so let's go back here, and that's what I want here. So tool holder position to match, that's correct. Okay, now here, so cross tools upper, so this is, you know, an upper turret, so that is correct, cross tools upper. However, the cross orient, I don't want it neutral, it's only set to work on the left spindle. You can see that change there. Okay, now tool position on locator, I'm going to click on the arrow. Okay. And I'm selecting the center of this edge here. And again, that's station 1. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing for station 2. So station 2, I'm setting this as primary plus, and the offset angle is 15 degrees because it's half indexing. Okay, so this is I believe this is a 12 station turret, and so 30 times 12 should be 360. So 30 divided by 2 is 15. There's our offset angle there. And we'll do the same thing here. Allow tools with inserts up and inserts down. The same option here for the tool holder position to match. That's correct. However, the cross orient is only for the left spindle. Okay. Tool position here on locator. I'll click on the arrow, and now I'm selecting the bottom portion here. Okay. Okay. So we'll hit the green check mark there. We'll save. Green check mark one more time. We'll open up Code Expert, because remember we need to save this GMD file. Again, notice the asterisk at the end of the name. Once I hit save, that should go away. Okay, it's gone now. Now let's go over to Mastercam. Okay, we'll close this. Sure. New. We'll select our mill turn machine, and I'm working with this Doosan Puma. Okay, so let me just load some tools in here. Okay, so I'll go with these two. Go with these two here. Okay. Right. So now I'll go over to my setup tools on machine, and I'm just manually loading the locator into the turret. So we'll do that. So this is the one I want, Sandvik capital half index 2 stations. Click, hold, I'll drag it over to index 1. I expand that, notice I've got 2 stations. Okay. So the way this works is tool 1 will load in station 1. Tool 2 will not work for station 2, and I'll tell you why in a second. Let me show you this first. So if I right click on the upper turret, I'll say view component and children. So if we look closely here, this worked, right? Tool 1 worked for station 1. However, 13, right? So 13 needs to go for station 2. So that means that this tool needs to be tool 13. Hit OK. Click, hold, drag and drop over to station 2. Okay, now we'll say right click on the upper turret and we'll say view component and children. Right, and now you can see that these tools are properly located onto this turret. Okay. And again, the tool numbering is very crucial here. Okay. The only way this worked is when I changed the tool number from tool 2 to tool 13. Okay, so give that a shot. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.